What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight8610, and here's a question I've been getting asked a lot lately, and that is whether they are getting into Yu-Gi-Oh again, or they just want to start playing Yu-Gi-Oh, is what packs do I buy? This is a question I get asked a lot, so I wanted to go ahead and make a video that can hopefully help a lot of people out that have this question, and I'm going to try to explain some of the different Yu-Gi-Oh products out there, what you should probably get as a beginner, and what maybe you should wait on, and maybe get after you get your collection going. First off, if you're just starting Yu-Gi-Oh, or maybe if you've quit for a pretty good while and you're not too sure on the rules anymore, I suggest always going for the starter deck. You always want to get the newest starter deck. Your Walmart's always going to have the newest one. And, of course, with the XC monsters, if you don't understand them, this is the best way to go. Because with this, of course, you're getting a deck that you can use. Everything's in there to use. They're not always the best because it's a starter deck, of course. It's not like one. Yu-Gi-Oh is one of those games where you do have to spend a little bit of money to have something that can compete against other top decks, unfortunately. So a starter deck's not going to be able to compete with something that someone spent a lot of money on. But this is still great to get you into the game and get you started and everything, and, of course, to duel against friends. So yeah, I always suggest going for that. There's also structure decks out there. These are not the same as a starter deck. Here's an example of structure deck. They actually say it on the front, structure deck. This is an older one for an example, but it still works. They're not really the same because they're more for intermediate players because they just kind of add new archetypes, new reprinted cards is basically what structure decks have been used for lately. It's just to reprint harder to get cards into easier ways. So yeah, that's just basically it. You kind of want to get the structure decks later on, after you've kind of understood the rules for a little bit, and if you really like one of the archetypes from this, then that's probably the best way to go. I always suggest people, after you know the rules, to go ahead and look through archetypes that you like, and pick out your favorite archetype or one that looks fun to you or whatever, for whatever reason you like it, whether the artwork's cool or whatever, and build a deck around that. Because you'll have the most fun using that. Even if it's not the most competitive, you'll have fun, and it's a great way to get introduced to the game. Now with Yu-Gi-Oh, of course, there's always starter decks and structure decks, which we've gone over, but there's also the actual main packs. We actually have right here, Galactic Overlord, the box that I have full of comments. That's the reason it's kind of out like that. But yeah, this is the main pack. Well, for collectors and everything, where you're just wanting to start off your collection so you can trade for cards you need and stuff, I always suggest to go for whatever the newest set is. Galactic Overlord is the newest set right now, so I would suggest go for that. As this video is being recorded anyway, but soon it will be Return of the Duelist, which will be in August. With the newest set stuff, even if there's not as much that you need, you're always going to get a lot of trade bait, which you can use for other cards you need, and of course to build up your collection, which is also really fun to do. With it though, it's always great to do that because there's always a lot of cards in there, with a box especially. The boxes are actually cheaper than buying the packs separate, but of course I can understand if you don't have the money for a box, because boxes are about $60 to $70, whether that includes shipping or not. It depends on however you get it, whether it be going to an actual hobby store, which you'll find them at. You can only buy them, I think, at boxes at hobby stores. You won't normally, unless your Walmart's, really awesome Walmart, you won't normally find a box of cards at a Walmart like this. So yeah, those are a little bit hard to find. Usually you'll just find them on the internet, and that's where I usually get all my boxes from the internet as well. So yeah, you always want to go for that because that will help you build up your collection for other cards, and you can trade and stuff. Anyway, it's a lot of fun to do trading, especially, what if you are new to Yu-Gi-Oh there. So that's one good way. Also, if you're new to Yu-Gi-Oh, I can't state this enough, since I mentioned trading, be sure to check on eBay and other sites that sell you cards and stuff. That way you kind of understand what your cards are worth. That way you don't get kind of taken for your cards. Also in Yu-Gi-Oh, there's so many different products, I swear, that we have in Yu-Gi-Oh, that they even have the tins, of course. That's an older tin. We get more in August, of course, the newer tins, and then the premium collection, which is a different type of tin. These tins are usually, well, lately they've been going with the theme of having 5 reprint cards, which most people are usually after, and of course the cards on the front, and then they come with 5 actual booster packs that you can open, and maybe you'll get some holos, maybe you won't, it's always random on that. So yeah, these are usually around $20 when you find them at Walmarts and stuff. You usually want to go for the newer one, and sometimes there's some older ones that are sought after, which are pretty cool as well. You just kind of want to check around and see what's more useful for you. This is the one I could find, though, that I still had the tin from. Premium collection tins, these are usually $10. Tins that are like this, they're always the same size as this, type of tin. They're about half the size of a normal tin, as you can kind of see, from the dimensions on that. They're usually around $10, and they always, just about always have more promo cards. Like this one, for example, the premium collection, it doesn't have any actual booster packs. You pretty much get the same cards in every tin, almost. I mean, it's a smaller set of cards, so basically if you got 2 of those tins right there, you would get more than likely your odds would be that you would get the whole set that you can get out of those 10s, at least one of each. So yeah, that's kind of the thing I was. They used to do more where they had an actual Duelist packs in them and stuff, and older releases. But I don't know if they're going to keep with this theme or they're going to go back to the older theme on that. But just kind of saying, sometimes unless you're more of a collector type, or if there's a card you really need out of these, most of the time this isn't the best way to build up your collection because they're really easy to get, and you might as well just go ahead and buy the single cards. So yeah, these are just kind of, unless you just like to open for fun, like I do a lot in my videos. Some other stuff, these are more random, and the newest packs actually that we've had out, and that is Battle Pack, Epic Dawn, and the Gold Series Haunted Mine. Certain packs, of course, you can only find at hobby stores. Haunted Mine, which all the Gold Series are like this. I haven't heard of them ever being at a Walmart. They always said they're supposed to be at hobby stores. If your Walmart gets them, then, like I said, you have an awesome Walmart. But it's kind of the same with like booster boxes. More likely, you're just going to find the Gold Series in hobby stores. They do that a lot, so that way Konami can help the hobby stores that are out there instead of just helping like Walmart and stuff. Anyway, though, Gold Series packs are more, as we see right here, they're a little bit higher dollar. They're around like the $20 to $30 ranges. And they come with 25 packs, so they're not your average pack. So that's the reason why. And they're more like reprint sets the whole time. Lately, Gold Series packs haven't been too good, unfortunately. Unless you really just want a card out of that, you're better off if you're better off not using them to build up your collection. And if you want a card from it, especially out of this Gold Series, unfortunately, you're better off just buying whatever card you wanted and saving some money, especially since each pack is $20 and you can only get 3 holographics out of a pack. And you're only going to get 1 Ghost Rare, of course, out of the newest Gold Series. So yeah, it's an interesting concept, but unfortunately not the best thing probably for a beginner. Battle Pack Epic Dawn. This is probably the thing I would say is the best thing for a beginner, especially if you have a group of friends that are wanting to play again. You get one of these, it's pretty awesome because you can learn how to play the game just from using these cards. You can make, like a deck of 20 cards using these. You can split the box with your friends and do that, and it's a lot of fun. That's what the whole Battle Pack Epic Dawn is based on. It's basically, the whole thing is a reprint set. There's like only 2 cards that are exclusive to it, really, I think, like I think off the top of my head, and that were introduced to the game that weren't just reprints. And it's just one of the best ways, right now, if you want to start playing the game, the Battle Pack Epic Dawn. And there are actually some pretty good cards out of it. It's not the only thing with it, it's not the best way to build up your collection as much as to learn how to play. But there are still some sought-after cards in there, like Tour Guide, which is a sort of expensive card, but it's not really easy to get either. You're not guaranteed to get one out of a box. So, you might not get one. You might get one out of 1 pack, though, at the store. You never know. So yeah, if you get one of those, that would help your collection a lot as a beginner. But more than likely, if you're going to get the Epic Dawn, I would suggest that you're either trying to learn or there's a few cards out of there that you really want. So I really suggest it though for new players. It is really the best thing for a new player, even better than a starter deck if you have a group of people. But yeah, that's just kind of the basics on different packs and stuff that are out in Yu-Gi-Oh! We've even had stuff like Legendary Collections that are binders, but I would still kind of count that the same league as kind of like the 10s, how they're kind of one of those things that can help your collection sometimes, but not so much others. It's the same kind of with the Raw Yellow Mega Pack. I don't have a picture of one or anything that I would show you guys, or I actually still have my box because I went ahead and threw away that box and I put the comments, of course, with my other comments. But I don't really recommend that too much for newer players unless you really want, for example, to make an Elemental Hero deck. Well, then that's the best thing because it has so many of those. Most of the time, though, for a newer player, I really do recommend going for the newest set, whatever's out, and going for a starter deck. It's basically always go for the newest thing, because that's going to be the most sought after, and most people are going to trade for that, and that's the best way to build up your collection for a beginner. So that's just what I think on this. Please tell me what you guys think, of course. And, if you have any suggestions to help out newer players, of course, please leave it in the comments as well. Hopefully this will help out some people. I always get asked this a lot, and this is what I usually tell them, is so just about always go for whatever's the newest. And especially if you're new to the game, like I said, you want to pick out an archetype too that you really like, even if it's for a funny reason, like you just like the artwork of it. It doesn't matter. If you like the archetype, you should go with that. It will be the thing that will help you stay into the game and have the most fun. So yeah, that's just my suggestions. Please share this video with your friends to help them out. Maybe if they're trying to decide if they want to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh or not. Hopefully this will help them. And yeah, if there's any other helpful videos you guys think I should make, please tell me in the comments. And please like this video for more helpful videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later. See you guys. Hope you've enjoyed my latest video. Be sure to check out the next and previous buttons that are down below so you can see some of the past and future videos that I've made, and also be sure to check out the 2 featured videos that are on both sides of me. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. Later, guys.